The State Bank of Pakistan, SBP, the country's apex bank, has spotlighted XRP in one of its annual financial stability reports. By the way, Ripple's CEO and chairman has submitted the dates they will be unavailable for the SEC trial in Q2 2024, which had left the XRP community with mixed feelings. Also, reaching us right now, Ripple CBDC Advisor will be speaking at the 2023 Palau Blockchain Summit scheduled for August 27th to 29th and Istanbul CBDC Conference from September 12th to 14th. Finally, how can Ripple sell XRP for ODL without legal issues? Stick with me till the end to find out more. Hello everyone and welcome to our channel, where we talk about the latest updates on XRP and the cryptocurrency world in general. If this is your first time watching one of our videos, we happily send you a special welcome. We invite you to hit on the notification bell so you never miss another video. We are announcing that this channel has a giveaway of 200 XRP. To stand the chance of participating, all you have to do is simply subscribe to the channel, like this video and comment with the hashtag XRP, and the winner will be announced on the 31st of August. In particular, the SBP mentioned XRP while acknowledging its use case in facilitating cross-border payment. The top banking institution acknowledged XRP's supportive role in the global payment settlement scheme. Notably, the prominent XRP influencer Radhof Kahneman brought the development to the crypto community's attention in a recent tweet. In the financial report, the Apex admitted the place of cryptocurrencies in the global financial landscape. It spotlighted the risks and opportunities cryptocurrencies present in the economy of things. In particular, the SBP highlighted cryptocurrencies' role in money laundering and terrorism financing. It mentioned the famous case of the Silk Road, a disbanded dark web for illegal activities. Also, the SBP highlighted the collapse of the FTX crypto exchange and the implosion of Terraform Labs projects. Meanwhile, the bank captured the supervisory approaches various Apex banks have undertaken regards crypto. Amid the negative projections, the Apex spotlighted some potential benefits of cryptocurrencies in enhancing financial inclusion and supporting cross-border payments. However, it argued that such benefits cannot be fully realized without certain enabling preconditions. The SBP noted that fostering financial inclusion through crypto assets necessitates consumers to possess both financial and digital literacy. This requirement arises from the intricate and unpredictable nature of cryptocurrencies. Furthermore, the SBP argued that the traditional financial system faces a similar challenge in adopting cryptocurrencies to facilitate cross-border payments. In this context, it acknowledged the encouraging work of the XRP technology. The bank noted that the XRP technology only accounts for a small percentage of the global payment volume. This view may be attributed to the fact that blockchain technologies are much in their early stages of development and are yet to be widely adopted. It is worth mentioning that, in its most recent financial review, the State Bank of Pakistan maintained that cryptocurrencies are not recognized as legal tender and lack government backing. Moreover, the bank noted that it has not authorized or licensed any group or individuals to operate crypto trading platforms. Meanwhile, it bears mentioning that Ripple, the blockchain technology firm offering XRP for cross-border payment, is in active discussions with 30 countries to adopt blockchain solutions. As reported, it is estimated that more than 15% of world nations could adopt Ripple's CBDC platform. Please, do not forget to subscribe to our channel and also hit that notification bell to be the first person to get more updates about the latest happenings as regards to XRP. Top executives of Ripple Labs have chosen the dates they will not be available for the upcoming SEC trial. In a letter shared by seasoned lawyer James K. Fillon, Ripple execs Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson informed the court that they will not be available for trial from April 1, 2024 through April 14, 2024. The parties made the submission in response to the court's directive, which requires them to notify the court about dates they will not be available for trial in the second quarter of 2024. Aside from the dates mentioned above, Ripple's execs have indicated they will be available for the court proceeding throughout Q2 2024. It is worth noting that a part of the SEC versus Ripple case is expected to go to trial in Q2 2024. The trial will determine the legal liability of Garlinghouse, Ripple CEO, and Larson, the company's co-founder. Recall that the SEC accused the execs of aiding and abetting Ripple in distributing XRP as an unregistered security. The SEC claims both Garlinghouse and Larson were reckless in allowing Ripple Labs to distribute XRP the way it did. According to the court's order, the parties have until December 4, 2023, to submit all pretrial filings alongside relevant exhibits. As Ripple execs have submitted their blackout dates to the court, the SEC is also expected to do the same. However, the SEC may not indicate when it will not be available for the trial. Recall that the SEC, in its request for interlocutory appeal, asked the court to pause the scheduled trial based on its appeal plans. As expected, both Garlinghouse and Larson filed an opposition to the SEC's request to stay the trial proceeding against them. Ripple execs' lawyers argued that the default statutory rule for an interlocutory appeal states that such an appeal shall not stay proceeding in the district court. As the trial edges closer, Garlinghouse has made significant moves to bolster his defense. According to letters shared by Philin, two esteemed lawyers from Cleary Gottlieb Steen and Hamilton LLP have indicated an interest in representing Garlinghouse in the case. Attorney Caleb J. Robertson officially filed an appearance to appear as counsel for Garlinghouse in the SEC case. In parallel, attorney Michael A. Schulman filed a motion seeking to represent the Ripple CEO as pro hac vice. For context, pro hac vice is a legal term that indicates a lawyer's request to practice in a jurisdiction where they have not been licensed. Notably, both lawyers will defend Garlinghouse in the upcoming trial. Furthermore, Ripple's Vice President of Central Bank Engagements and Central Bank Digital Currencies, James Wallis, is among the speakers at the upcoming 2023 Palau Blockchain Summit and Istanbul CBDC Conference. The Palau Blockchain Summit organizers shared this exciting update on Sunday, eliciting several comments from members of the XRP community. The highly anticipated summit is tagged Navigating the Future of Web3 New Governance and Sustainability Chain. The update added that the blockchain expert, business developer, and fintech advisor would speak about Ripple's CBDCs and stablecoins ventures. We are honored to have Ripple Vice President of Central Bank Engagement and CBDCs James Wallis as one of our speakers at Palau Summit, part of the announcement read. Wallis was selected because he is seated at the helm of all CBDC initiatives at Ripple. At the San Francisco-based crypto solutions company, James and Ripple's CBDC team is saddled with the responsibility of educating central banks of different countries on the use of digital currencies. Notably, Ripple has since expanded its well-documented CBDC projects to Palau. In particular, Wallis and the Ripple CBDC division teamed up with the Republic of Palau in November to launch a government-issued stablecoin pegged to the US dollar. As reported, Ripple and Palau minted the very first Palau stablecoin, PSC, in July. Accordingly, a Palau government official publicly shared a live demonstration of PSC on the XRPL. To enhance transparency, live tracking of PSC was enabled on the XRP ledger by XRP Scan. It bears mentioning that the Republic of Palau recently added a wallet-to-wallet transfer feature to the stablecoin project. This development elicited reactions from Ripple's CBDC Advisor. Shortly after the Palau Blockchain Summit announced Wallis as a speaker, Ripple's global marketing lead for CBDCs, Mary Hall, reminded community members of the fast-approaching 2023 Istanbul CBDC Conference. Slated for September 12th to 14th, Wallis is also among the speakers at the conference. Accordingly, Hall submitted that the Ripple CBDC team would attend the upcoming conference. Apart from VP Wallis being among the speakers, she noted that Ripple will be exhibiting at the premier event on CBDC. Reacting to both developments, community members expressed their eagerness to hear Wallis' insights during the conferences. Now to the big question of the day: how can Ripple sell XRP for ODL without legal issues? Please, do not forget to subscribe to our channel and also hit that notification bell to be the first person to get more updates about the latest happenings as regards to XRP. John Deaton, pro-XRP lawyer and managing partner at Deaton Law Firm, recently shared insights on the legality of Ripple's on-demand liquidity transactions. The attorney revealed how Ripple could facilitate ODL transactions in the US without legal issues. Deaton's remarks responded to a question in the latest Crypto Law AMA session. A user had asked if Ripple could sell XRP directly outside the US following Judge Torres' ruling. In response, Deaton confirmed that Ripple always had permission to sell XRP abroad without legal issues. This is because the US SEC's jurisdiction is limited to the United States. The attorney stressed, in order for the SEC to have jurisdiction over the sale of a potential security, it has to be within the United States of America. As a result, the regulatory agency had no legal right to oversee sales of XRP abroad. Deaton emphasized that this is why Ripple argued in its defense that 95% of its XRP sales were outside the U.S. Deaton noted that Ripple sold XRP directly outside the U.S. before Judge Torres' ruling. In the aftermath of the verdict, the firm can still sell XRP abroad without legal issues. However, issues arise when Ripple sells XRP in the United States. Recall that, in her verdict on July 13th, Judge Analisa Torres ruled that Ripple's past XRP sales to institutions constituted unregistered securities. Commenting on Deaton's latest remarks, Digital Asset Investor, a prominent XRP community figure, shared a hypothetical situation that could legally help Ripple facilitate XRP sales within the U.S. He theorized that Ripple could sell XRP to an institution abroad, say the Bank of England. Afterward, the Bank of England could then sell the XRP to an American institution, such as the Bank of America, for ODL. Deaton confirmed that this pattern would be within legal bounds. He stressed that, with ODL, institutions do not interact with XRP as a security but as a bridge currency. The lawyer cited a speech from SEC Chair Gary Gensler while he was at MIT. According to Deaton, if the Bank of England sells XRP to the BOA, it would not constitute an investment contract because the institutions involved would only handle XRP for 3 to 5 seconds. He argued that it would be unreasonable for anyone to claim they expected to make profits within a short time frame. Deaton noted that such XRP transactions do not satisfy any Howey factor. David Schwartz, Ripple's CTO, made similar remarks when concerns about Ripple's ODL sales emerged. Schwartz assured that Ripple facilitates ODL transactions without a U.S. nexus. As a result, the verdict from Judge Torres does not affect its ODL sales. He noted that Ripple has no issues keeping ODL outside the U.S. However, if they wish, they could conduct it inside the U.S. if the XRP used in the sales does not come directly from the company. So we come to the end of this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please make sure you like the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. This really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Also, you can help enlighten others just like you have been enlightened by sharing this video to as many people as possible. Let's get this news everywhere, guys. If you are a true cryptocurrency fan, don't miss any of our content. See you tomorrow to talk about the latest news that concerns us all as a community.